Hi everybody, welcome back. My name's Claire. The video I'm about to show you was intended as a Christmas wreath pour. I started out with an idea of this kind of Dutch pour bloom style technique to make a wreath, but the painting just kept evolving. It's nothing like this at all. It's nothing like I intended. In fact, it's not even a Christmas wreath in the end. It's actually a Christmas tree. So I did the painting and then I embellished it quite a lot. So this is what happened. It's very, very different from the wet results. So I hope you enjoy the video. These are the colours that I'm using. The base colour I have made out of this De La Rowney Graduate Acrylic Pearl White. It just gives such a warm, creamy whitey colour. It's absolutely gorgeous. The Amsterdam White, oh sorry about my hands, you've just done a turquoise painting. The Amsterdam White I'm using for the cell activator, and then I've got some other Amsterdam colours. I've got bronze, I've got permanent blue violet and phthalo green. Then I've got Pebeo Studio Acrylics Iridescent Green Yellow, Montmartre Gold, and then Winsor & Newton Galleria Acrylic Alizarin Crimson. So they're all mixed to my Dutch pour consistency, and that means mixing it with this, which is floetrol. So I'll put the recipe for my mixtures in the description of the video. I'm using a 40 by 50 centimetre canvas. I've levelled the canvas. I've put these really big push pins in the back, which I just got from Amazon, hammered them in, and then I've just checked that it's level with a spirit level. Put it all over the canvas to check it's nice and even. If it's not even, if it's not level, as you put it away to dry, the paint just slides, and it totally distorts your design. I've had it happen several times before I realised that you have to have it perfectly level. So that's the pearl white. I'm going to just blow that out to get my canvas covered. So the next thing I'm going to do is probably the most crucial part of this painting, and that is to map out the design. I'm going to use just a piece of wool to do that. I'd like a spiral. A lot of Christmas wreaths are just a circle. I don't want just a circle. I want it to be a bit more interesting than that, a bit more unusual. So I want to do a spiral. The other spirals I've done have started small and have got bigger. So that's one option. Or what I think I'm going to do is just a constant spiral around the painting. So it's not going to get wider, it's going to be constant. I think that's the way I'm going to go. I say I think. I often start out doing something and then it just changes. So to map it out, I'm just going to put the piece of wool onto the wet paint to map out where, it's just a guide. It's going to show me where I want to put my paint, my blooms. The reason I do this is it has to be spot on. It has to be perfect. And there's no way I can just do that by eye with putting the paint on. I need something to guide me, to show me where to put the paint. And the good thing about this is I'll put it on and then you'll see in a minute, I'll just keep fiddling with it until it's exactly like I want it to be. And then I'll start putting the colour on and then I will take the wool off. Right, I think I'm there. I'm probably going to put a little bit more here, but I don't need to worry about putting a bit of wool there at the moment. So I've tried to get a roughly even gap all the way round. So the blooms are going to go on the line, so not in the gap. That's another way of doing it. Is actually I could do it in the gap, but I think I'm going to do it on the line. So I can pinch that, and I'm going to pour along the outside of this green line. So the idea is that I've got the green and then I'm going to put the blooms on top. So the green is going to be the background. Right, so I've now mapped it out, so I can now remove this piece of wool. And then I'm going to blow that out like I do for my ribbon. I think I call them Dutch paw ribbons. Wow, I absolutely love it. These colours are just absolutely gorgeous. Let me try and give you a close-up. Just two colours together, or three with the base. And lots of cells are appearing because of the iridescent green in there. Really, really pretty. So I'm trying to work out whether to blow this out a bit more. It will blow out more when I put the colour on for the flowers. I think I'm gonna, oh, I don't know. What should I do? I think I'm going to blow it out a little bit more because there's far too much white space at the moment. So I've decided to do two different coloured blooms. So I've got the gold and the red I'm going to put together. And then I've got the bronze and the purple. So I think traditionally you're less likely to see purple on a Christmas wreath, but I just felt that this needed something else. I just felt that the red on its own was not enough of a colour to really bring this to life. So I'm just giving these a mix. So the red and the gold and the bronze and the purple to do different coloured blooms. I think I will also just put a little spot of the pearl white in it as well, just to lighten up the puddles. Right, how am I going to do this? The biggest thing I want to achieve with this is not to crowd the blooms in. I've got this real habit of having the puddles so close together that they just don't have a chance to actually expand and make proper blooms. So that's the biggest thing I'm going to try and do carefully. So in fact, I might just do one at a time. I normally do them all in one go. Let's put some, so let's put a little bit of white in. I might regret that because obviously that will then make pink. And I don't want pink. And then the cell activator. See, I'm worried already I've put too much paint on there. Right, I'm just going to blow that out. Perfect. Absolutely love it. That worked. I think I'm going to have to do one at a time. It's going to be a slow process to go around, but I think that's what I'm going to have to do, because now I know the size of that, I can then plan the next one. I think that is my mistake normally. I think I just put the spots on without really knowing how much room I need. Oh, I didn't put the white in. Yeah, this is definitely the way to do it, one at a time. Much, much happier with the way this is going. What I might try and do is actually move the camera, because I know all you can see is my head when I'm blowing on these. I'm just going to move the camera a second. Right, you're now close up. The phone is straight, but the canvas is at a bit of a funny angle, just to try and get a good shot for you. I've just had this idea. I've got distinct red and distinct purple. I'm now wondering about actually doing a combination of red and purple, maybe with the gold. I think I might try it. So, the lighting's not good, is it? I'm just going to move my lights. Hopefully that's better. So I'm going to do both. So a little bit of purple. Just literally doing one drop. Let's go for some gold. I think because I was worried about hitting the camera with my head, that didn't work at all. Let's put some more cell activator on. That one hasn't worked at all. It's because I'm at a funny angle to it. Oh, what a shame. Okay. I'm going to leave it for now. Oh no, I don't like it at all. What have I done? Right, I'm going to mop it up. I don't like it. I'm going to mop it up. I'll put some more green on. Right, back to where I started. I'm going to just do a red flower. I've just abandoned the idea of doing them but multicoloured. That's just stressed me out too much. So red and gold. It was just because of the angle of the camera, and I was just worried about my head hitting the camera. So I've moved the camera away a little bit now. Oh, that's the wrong white. Oh, now I've put these in the wrong order. Right, I need to concentrate. Right, I'm back. That was better. Hopefully you saw that. And hopefully that was a better angle. I'm hesitant to get any closer because I think I'll just mess it up again. Right, so right, I'm really not happy with it. I just don't like it. I could spend a long time making this much more even, but I just don't think it's going to have that look that I want. I think I should have done a small spiral getting bigger like my last one I did. I just thought I could blow the blooms around just to stretch them a bit, but then that just seems to destroy all the lacing, which just seems such a shame. What I'm wondering is if I should actually go crazy, go chaotic, and just have another layer of blooms without the green base, but in the gap. I think that's what I might do. I might regret it, but I'm just not, I don't like it. It's got nothing about it at the moment. It just looks really sloppy. I just don't like it. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So the colours I was just looking at, to blend in, I've got the lighter gold, so it's a lot brighter. It's the Pebeo Studio Acrylics gold, but it's a lighter colour. And then some magenta and some lighter purple, because that sort of matches the red and the purple, I think. I might regret this, but I won't know unless I do it. So I'm just going to do lots more spots. I'm going to alternate which colours goes on top, I think. Lots more little puddles. And if I regret it, then I won't do it again. So as I was just finishing up off camera then, a very obvious name came to mind, and that is Blooming Chaos. This painting is now called Blooming Chaos. It is so chaotic, but I'm really happy with it against the odds. Most of the time when I was pouring this, creating this, I wasn't happy at all. I have just, I think, saved it by adding all these little curlies in between, and it has just pulled it all together. Yes, it's absolute chaos and it's not what I wanted, but by adding the little swirls and just the little, where's my finger? The little indentations, I can't see where I'm pointing, the little indentations like there and here, every single flower I've made some little indentations to it to give it more of a petal appearance, or I've given it some little swirls. Where there's gaps of white, I haven't blown around anymore, I've just swirled it through the white and swirled the flowers through each other. Most of the swirls, I've gone from the green to the pinky purple flowers because I think like there, I just like the look of that better. And that has just given all the flowers a little bit of definition. So it's definitely not a traditional Christmas wreath anymore. You could say that maybe it's a close-up of a Christmas wreath. It's not what I wanted at all, but I actually really like it. What I might do when it's dry is with a paintbrush go around some of the flowers to give them a bit more definition. I'm not sure yet. I'll decide once it's dry, I think. It's changed. It's totally different. I'm actually really nervous showing you this because it's so different. So I know there will be people out there saying, oh my goodness, she's ruined it, she's absolutely wrecked it. But I couldn't settle with the painting without any embellishing because there was no focal point whatsoever. It just looked like a jumble. It was definitely calling out to have something done to it. So I ummed with what to do. I decided it's flowers, so it has to be a tree, a Christmas tree. It was meant to be a Christmas wreath, but it didn't work, it didn't pan out. So it had to be a Christmas tree. So I have embellished this a lot, as you can see, and I have loved every second of doing this. So I'll show you, well, I'll show you everything. First of all, maybe the actual tree itself. So the blooms and the colours are absolutely fab. I love everything about the colour combinations, the cells, the lacing, the amount of white, the negative space going through. Absolutely love it. There was just too much of it. It was just too chaotic. So I stenciled a Christmas tree around it and then just kept going. So initially this was black, but it just looked far too dark. And I did black and then I did this as red because I wanted Christmas colours. But I showed it to one of my good friends and she immediately just said, it looks like the Christmas tree is on fire because it was the tree and then it was the red here. And once she said that, I could not unsee that. What she said, she was totally right. So the red had to go. So I thought, well, let's do softer colours. Let's do gold and then red. But she very rightly said, but you can't really see the red in here. You can see the pink more. So that's why I've gone for gold and then the pink. And then I've obviously embellished it. The green here is the same dark green that's in the painting, but because it was a transparent colour and I was going over the top of the black, I added some white to it to give it some more opaqueness. And then I've just added some little details on there. And I think that works really well, the dark green details on the green. I've used my Posca pens to do some lines around the edges, and then I've used, this is the end of a Posca pen dipped in paint, and these are the ends of Sharpies dipped in paint, just to create just a bit of detail, a bit of some more detail to it really. So it's very over the top now. It's very fun, it's very happy. The colours are just very happy colours. They're iridescent. This colour is Deco Art, I can't remember the colour. It's a Deco Art colour in a little bottle, and it is so pretty. Look how iridescent it is. So everything there is really iridescent. So the pink is, the gold is, and the tree itself is. So I guess the only bit that isn't is the green line and then the black line. Everything else really is iridescent. Even the Posca pens, gold and silver. It's so pretty. So it's not going to be for everybody, and I know people will say I should have just left it as it was, but I couldn't. I couldn't do it. And the more I embellished this, the more I just kept going, and I loved it. I absolutely love embellishing paintings. I think it's going to be a Christmas thing, the embellishment, so don't worry, I'm not going to do this all the time, but I've loved every second of this. So let me know what you think. I'm not offended if you don't like it. I realise not everybody will like this, but just let me know what you think. It was fun. I enjoyed it so much. Let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching. If you like it, do give it a thumbs up. And leave me any comments, and please do subscribe to my channel. Great, thank you so much for watching. Bye.